Okay guys, today I've got something really interesting to talk to you about. So, I go to this bar in Sydney, and it's called Pixel. It's a video game bar. It's really cool. Anyway, I met a couple of interesting people while I was there, some nice, some not so nice, and I was talking to a couple of guys, and some of them asked me what type of games I like to play, so I'm like, oh, you know, I like the Elder Scrolls, I like Bioshock, I like a couple of old school games like Crash and Spyro, and, you know, all that really good classic stuff. And you know what, some of these guys are dicks, and he goes, oh, you would like that mainstream drivel like the Elder Scrolls and etc, etc, and he's telling me about like all these underground games he's into. I'm like, dude, that's cool, are they any good? But he kept demeaning the type of games I like, and this guy was like a full-blown hipster douchebag. Like, I mean, how the hell can you talk shit about, you know, the Elder Scrolls? And, you know, I told him I've been playing since, Morrowind, and then after that, I went back and got into Daggerfall while I was waiting for Oblivion to come out, and then when Skyrim came out, needless to say, I was fucking ecstatic. You know, how Skyrim was the game that really made the Elder Scrolls, you know, hit the big time. It beat, COD in sales and whatnot, and he's like, oh, you're into all that mainstream garbage. He's like, you would be, wouldn't you? And he was telling me about some, like, literature critic that he was into, and how he said, like, video games were trash. And I'm like, first of all, I'm wondering, why is this guy at a video game bar if he hates games? And then he goes, oh, books are so much better, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know what, I'm like, I read a book once, the game, and like, okay, so here's the thing, he's like, oh my god, he's like, oh my god, the story coercion in novels is far superior to that of any video game. And I'm like, you know what, yeah, I've read a couple of books, the gameplay sucked, and the immersion was crap. Oh, it was funny, the look on his face was just like, the dude looked appalled, as if like he expected me to have no comeback and just to say, yes, your form of art is 10 times better. But no, I won. It was so awesome. The look on his face when I go, you know, I've read a couple of those novels that you've brought up, and, you know, the story sucked and it had really bad gameplay. It's great. And then I went on to say how games actually have the capacity to keep your attention while telling you a story. They don't just cram the story down your throat with tons and tons of exposition, like a lot of novels do. And then, oh god, and then he asked me the type of books I read, and I'm like, well, I like the adventures of Batman and Robin, Justice League, and from the New 52 line, and he assumed the New 52 was some type of, like, theorist book. I'm like, no, dude, it's about superheroes. And then the look of disgust he gave me, and he started going on about, like, he called me a fucking simpleton, like, my god. And then I'm like, dude, if you're gonna be a dickhead, just fuck off. And people like that really piss me off. Like, I mean, just seriously? Like, what is wrong with people like that? And needless to say, it was awesome when I owned him, and it was amazing. I don't know why he was hanging out in video game bars, and god, he's such a douchebag. It was so much fun. I go there with a couple of my friends from college. Pixel, you guys should check it out. I'm playing Sonic right now. This game is amazing. Actually, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was the first game I ever played, and I think games just have this amazing ability to bring out the best in people, or tell stories and immerse you and put you in worlds that, you know, that comics and novels and movies really can't do. By putting you in the shoes of the player, you really feel like you're there. Even me just playing Sonic at the moment, I feel a little more attached to the little blue guy, being in his red and white, you know, Anix, as opposed to, you know, just reading about the adventure. You really get a chance to connect with the characters, and that's why a lot of video game protagonists who don't have a whole lot of personality themselves, like Mario, become classic icons that people just adore, because they've acted as vessels for the players to go in their shoes. And, you know, like Yahtzee said, games have that magical thing that novels have, where in novels you kind of have to make your own assumptions and versions of the characters up, where in games you can kind of do the same thing. While playing for the adventure, you can fill the protagonist's head with your thoughts and really have that be your drives and motives behind the story and characters. So, and that's what games have that's really special. Gotta go fast! And, yeah. So, yeah, that guy, needless to say, was a massive fucking dropkick. And, after we parted ways, I told him where he can shove his novel that he tried to give me, and My god, like, just demeaning my entire profession like that in front of me, because I want to be a games designer, games journalist, what have you, and this guy's just like fucking moron. Anyway, thanks for listening, and this is Andrew out, y'all.